Man, some Irish coffee ready? Got your drink?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Hanging with Old Lew. I'm your host, Joshua Sitrak. To my left, my man, Old Lew. Old Lew, what's good? What's happening?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hope y'all having fun. We gonna make, I do believe, what, a dollar out of 15 today? This is
I think
episode
so.
115.
A dollar out of
Oh, well,
15
look at,
cents. Huh?
oh, shit, that's what we're gonna make today, God damn it. Isn't that great? Oh, sweet Jesus, yes. Oh, yes. Great to see y'all today, man. How you doing out there, man? Is it warm?
It's negative 22.
Okay. See, this is the only time of year that you can do two things. One, it's going to be that fucking cold, and two, I'm never going to come visit. So, I mean,
It's so cold.
yeah.
It's so cold that half of my sinks don't run water right now because
Oh,
my dishwasher doesn't work because the pipes are frozen.
frozen. No, because you can't leave a little drip going on through that system into the dishwasher, right? You wouldn't be able to
Well,
because if you leave a little drip
no,
going,
no,
doesn't.
yeah,
Oh, it's that fucking cold, huh? Ah, fuck you, old
yeah.
Lou. I
So
got.
So the dishwasher doesn't work. The toilet
Oh,
upstairs is sounding like it's deadly. It's something's wrong with
oh
it.
no. Oh,
This so we got
stop
that
taking.
wet. We have the wet bar in the basement. The sink
Right?
doesn't work there. The sink
Oh, damn it.
in the basement bathroom doesn't work either.
Uh
But the
oh.
shower in the bathroom downstairs works. But
Oh,
so
that's a plus. Does it come out good though? Does the water come out good though
it does.
in
It
the
does.
shower?
Yeah.
Okay, well then fuck everything else. I
So
mean, it would
we did.
suck if it came out like a drip.
No, it's not. But it's just funny because I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about just running the water just a little bit to keep it unfrozen. I totally forgot.
It's funny you forget it. Old Lou sitting here. That's the first thing he asks you. Hey, oh, that's right. You can't leave water running for the dishwashing. He's like, I got the for the house. You don't have to. You don't have to wrap your pipes though, do you?
Uh, I don't
You
know.
remember back in
That's
the
a
day,
good
you used
question. That's a really good question, Lou.
to. Oh,
I don't know.
every now and then I can do logistics. Okay.
I don't know if we have to do that or not, if I'm honest. Uh,
Guess what blew up? Oh, your pipes.
well, I have a separate heater, like an electric wall heater for like
Hmm.
the rumpus room downstairs that we never use. And I turned that up this week too. I turned it up to
Yeah,
70 just to keep those pipes down there heated up.
that the ground away from your house.
Yeah,
Shit, you really within reason.
man. I It's not that negative 22 isn't that cold. If you think about it, it's
After the
really
shit,
not that cold.
yeah, I was gonna say after the ground freezes and snow comes down. I mean, shit, it's just it's not Arctic cold. I ain't saying
No.
just like Africa hot and then there's fucking hot. No, 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 no. If you're in the Arctic, yes, motherfucker, I know. You don't piss out there. The water freezes when you throw it. Yeah, I get.
Holy shit. So Saturday,
Did you piss
came
in the
home
water?
from teaching class and I took the dog outside to just throw the ball for and just she's a puppy. She gets needs to get her energy out and all that shit. And so I had a glass of vodka and I had a beer in a can,
Uh-huh.
and the vodka froze,
Say what?
and my face stuck to the can of beer. Like I went to
Oh,
take a sip, and it stuck to my face.
now see again. I was trying to go say, wait, you didn't drink it. You did. I could just see it now. Your neighbors are like out there, and he's like, Martha, look at this fucking idiot. Look, he's gonna take a sip. Watch, I bet you. He's not that. No, no, he's that. Oh, he did it. Martha had lost and had to make a pie that night. You bastard.
well, the great thing is about when it's this cold is you don't need to waste refrigerator space to keep your beer cold because you just keep it outside.
I was just gonna say,
You just
no, no.
walk outside, get yourself a beer, come back inside.
Yes, yes. When we used to go out for the snow trips, that's where I used to always keep the liquor and the beer was outside. There was no need. Yeah, just keep it out there. Well, you're gonna have
Don't.
to go out there. Yeah, if I'm out here drinking. Yes, yes, I'm gonna
It's
be
gonna
hot.
be okay. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
the snow's
okay.
gonna melt when my feet just touch out and come back in. I'll need that
Uh,
coldness. That takes me back
uh,
to this one time we were down in Santa Cruz. We were kids. I ever tell you that one where it's one of those high school parties. Everybody stacked up in the front room. If we were the people, it was our boys' mother's place in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
oh
So
yeah.
everybody's out there cold, and you see people waking up and just shivering. It's shivering me, and it's shivering,
Uh,
and me and my boy, we're fucking drunk, so we're hot as shit. And then we just said, "Fuck it," and we took this big ass log, phone books, all this shit, and threw it into the fire. It's one of those old A&W fireplaces, so it was just round sitting there, and there's people passed out over here, couples, people hanging up, people, and it's cold as shit. Next thing you know, that I'm sitting outside on the porch. So we have the sliding door open in that room is cooking. Motherfuckers are waking up. It's like totally here. And we're both sitting there going, wow, just cracking up. And then you see this motherfucker get up, make a beeline for the drink he's gonna make that still has some ice in it. And I looked at my buddy. I said, "Hey, that's vodka." Because the motherfucker woke up and he down this cold thing of vodka. I said, "Oh shit, that motherfucker ended up falling into the jacuzzi and all that shit." Oh, it was just hilarious just watching motherfuckers just waking up and just can't believe, like thinking they were on the fucking sun, and this fireplace was just roaring hot, and just I mean, it just lit up the whole fucking. I mean, I don't think that thing
That's
stopped burning until 2 days later before we left. We ended up having to take amber coals out and just put them in the
well.
fucking river and the girl. Oh, this shit was
I'll
hilarious.
I'll tell you that uh, our boys' place there in the Santa Cruz Mountains, I have been more hungover than I've ever been in my life at that place. I've never been more hungover than I have waking up at that place.
Yes, yes, yes. That sounds
Like
about.
when you wake up and your tongue is like a 90-year-old's bottom of their feet.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Like
that's
it
how
just got
dry it is.
into you. Yeah, it like just got back into you, and sitting there reading the paper, all dry, and nasty, and stanky, and just looking at you like, yeah, you did that.
Uh,
Yeah, that.
anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
want
was
to
just gonna
relive
say,
those
yeah.
memories because I'm like, fuck. Anyway, Lou, this past week, the Senate couldn't get it uh, uh, together to give us a COVID relief bill, but they could to uh, not impeach Trump for a second time. Why
Well,
don't
we
you?
knew that one.
Uh, I think yeah, it was probably a foregone conclusion, but give me
I'll
your
put it
thoughts
this way.
there. Okay, yeah,
Well,
go
I
for it.
would, because when you said, we all knew it wasn't gonna happen. And when one senator, I forget which one it was, said that he just got his highest score on Candy Crush while he was sitting there listening to it. That's what I saw. Could be wrong, could be lie, but I saw. Only look it up. Senator says he got one of his highest point on Candy Crush
Okay.
while he was listening to the shit. Some senators didn't even go to the hearing. That's what I'm saying is like it was so much of a farce that I don't understand why. I mean, it's so much of a farce that you ask questions like they said this was constitutional to do. Yeah, you see it, huh? Was that?
Marco
Am I right?
Rubio says he got his highest
Oh
Candy
God,
Crush score.
God. See, that's what I'm saying. You cannot tell me anything more about. Okay, we've all said we know Democrats have their head up their ass and blah blah blah, and the Democrats they suck. Biden, you got about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna start fucking with you hard. But I mean, you sit there and they tell you how they're the law and order party and this and that. They're not. They say that they're against cancel culture. They're not because they're canceling out everything that just happened. I mean, it didn't happen. It wasn't bad. And then at the end of it, they said, okay, we'll let him go. And then they chastised the motherfucker and said, well, he was wrong for doing it. He has, culpability across the board. And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that they've been trying to impeach this motherfucker since 2016,
they're trying
right?
to fully impeach him. Yes, yes, yes.
Right. For
Mm-hmm.
everything under the sun, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
he colluded
Mm-hmm.
with Russia. Well, no, he didn't. Remember the Mueller report? Remember that shit? They were
Oh,
like, just you wait. And I'm like, wait for what? Like, what's going
you
on?
know they screwed that. They screwed the pooch on all that shit, and that's where all the line. I mean, that's again. Everything that we get to say about one party, we get to say about the other. That's why it just kills us. I mean, like you said, the Mueller report. Hey, remember how Benghazi was going to get Clinton? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You just keep looking at him like you keep trying to tip the cat, and still, you and I don't have infrastructure.
Right. Or a way to pay rent or whatever.
Mm-hmm,
Like, this is the thing
mm-hmm.
that's driving me nuts is like Democrats are like, yo, those Trumpies, those Trumpists, all this. How about just fucking govern and help people out?
Yeah,
Who the
and it just
for
yeah.
for me,
Mhm.
who cares? Like, what is it going to do? Like, say that they voted to actually impeach him. And it should be noted that 57 senators voted to impeach him, right? So
Yes,
that's a majority. Democrats only have 50 senators, so Republican senators also voted, right? But like,
right.
what does that do? Does that put dinner on the table for people in Missouri who haven't been able to work because the government says you have to triple mask and you can't go anywhere? Is it? No. Like, what are we doing here? We need to help people. How do you think Trump got elected? He's saying that he's going to help people. Granted, he's an asshole and he didn't do that, but like,
But people believed him, and that's why it was in there. And
and,
but see, that's the whole thing. You're right about it because one party though is trying to do that, and the other party is trying to scrutinize one and saying this and that, and you go, wait a minute, we already gave to big business. We really have to go dig down deep and go down to, you know, us, other people. I mean, it's where I tell people, I was like, look, for one thing, where I live here, if you're not making, being established, living here, blah, 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 my foothold in, blah, 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 blah.
yeah,
But it came out to saying if you did not make over $106,000, you're living below the poverty line. Again, like, ladies and gentlemen, how? I mean,
$106,000. I would like to say that the day that article came out, the day
mhm.
before I had gotten a raise and my salary was $106,000, and I started crying. I was like, "Oh my god! I thought
I took
I'm
it.
earning
I
106,000. Oh my god, I'm poor."
do it. Shit. You're not doing shit. I mean, but that's out here. And, again, people will say, hey, well, just don't live out there. Okay, fuck you, motherfuckers. Da, 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 da. I mean, come on. But
People
again,
need to
that's what
live
I'm
where the
saying.
jobs are. There's jobs,
Right,
or there were.
right. The word, this and that, your pursuit of happiness, blah, blah, blah. Look, motherfucker, where I'm living now, this is what it costs. But now people need a little bit more help. I mean, people do. And that's why when they say, hey, we're going to have to, why don't we make it for people that make over 100 and something? People
Right,
are like, bullshit. See, these are the things that we
right.
don't see from our congressmen, our senators. We just hear no because, you know,
It's
you
it's
make
so
this.
it's so stupid. Like treating what $100,000 is in Montana versus $100,000 in Seattle is not the same amount of money, and it's
Mhm.
stupid and ignorant. It just shows the ignorance of the politicians who say, like, well, if you make over $95,000, whatever it is, you shouldn't get any stimulus. Okay, so if you're the sole breadwinner For a
Right.
family in
Right.
Los Angeles, that's not
Mm-hmm.
very much money. Do you know how much
No.
daycare costs? Like, that's the thing about
Thank
politicians that
you.
I think we're understanding right now is that those motherfuckers are still getting paid. They
Yes.
haven't lost a fucking
Good.
check.
Getting paid
And
good
they
and have voted a raise for themselves.
well,
So
remember, we're going to take the Wayback Machine. If you remember when George H.W. was
mm-hmm.
running for re-election
Mm.
against Clinton and Nader, or whatever, not Nader,
Perot,
Perot.
the one with the ear.
Remember they did the thing where
That
he
is
went
now.
into a grocery store and he was like pretending to do the checkout. And then he said, "Holy cow, milk is 90 cents a gallon." He had no
Yeah.
idea.
But that's the whole thing. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the whole thing where we even talk about, and that's what I'm saying. We don't have our senators, we don't have them fighting for us because then it goes to, well, they're trying to throw in a wage increase and everybody's against it. I get, when people say small businesses and they go through it. But again, when you go back to that fact, I said, well, milk and whatever is still this price. And
Yeah,
I do believe they're going to take their price up, but
right.
yet we can't get a raise increase. And I say, so where does that happen? You can't just
Yeah,
tell somebody you got to make more or get a different job.
right.
Like, really? Because
Right.
my
Well,
daughters are battling for a job, with people our age, younger, blah blah blah, at
right,
McDonald's.
right, right. Well, that's the thing. And that's what those people say who, are quote unquote pro business, but they say,
Yeah,
well, these jobs are just meant to be temporary as you, uh, you know, work through the ranks, go
yeah,
to school, whatnot. It's
yeah,
like, no, because I can go to the grocery store and I see a 40-year-old woman working the cash register.
right,
You
right,
know, I,
right.
I see a college graduate sawing lumber at the lumber yard. Like, let's
Thank
stop
you.
that bullshit that these are just temporary jobs. The guy who, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, can I take your
Yeah.
order?
Oh, butter. Exactly. Exactly. And you look at these but the ones that say it, you're just trying to like look at them like, hey, can you not comprehend what goes on? And that's what I'm saying. We don't have our senators. We don't have our people that are down, that come down to the trenches and be like, you know what? Hey, let's really look at this shit. Like I said to
That's
you, they're all
that's a
arguing.
problem, right?
You and I don't
Right.
have infrastructure. You and I don't have this. What are we asking for? We're asking for
For a
infrastructure. We're
fucking
asking,
a fucking vaccine, for fuck's sake.
yeah,
South Dakota
hey,
is one of the best states, if not the best state, for distribution of vaccines in an orderly, timely, and efficient fashion.
lovely,
My wife
lovely.
was supposed to get vaccinated weeks ago. We haven't heard shit about that.
Mm, 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 mm. See?
Where is all this stuff? That's the thing that when I see them wasting time on trying to
Hmm.
impeach Trump, who's not president anymore. He's not the
Right,
president. Is he an asshole? Yes. Did
right. But
he?
constitutionally, you could, so you keep that motherfucker out. I'm just cutting you off on that just because I'm like, look, fine, you could still do two things with one, whatever, blah blah blah. But the problem is, right now, what's going to happen is nobody's going to accept the blame for the previous administration. That's what it's coming down to. Because all bullshit aside, shit should have been running way before Biden had gotten in. The Trump administration did kind of drop the ball, maybe the distribution, the this and that, near to the end when he was getting out because he was more involved in losing his election. But again, we don't want to hear that,
Right.
okay? Because we accepted it the last 4 fucking years, okay? And people say, I mean, we did, because all we kept hearing about is the previous administration did this, previous administration did that. Oh, I
I
got
thought it
in, we
was.
didn't have.
I thought it was
Uh-huh.
all Obama's fault.
That's the previous administration. And that's what I'm saying. So now we can't rely on that, even though we all know the ball was dropped, through November and December. But now it's like, look, motherfucker, like I said, hey, you got a couple more days on this 100 days, and shit better be up and running. Okay. I'm gonna
I
because
agree.
I'll give you the full 100.
Yeah,
I'll give
I
you the
agree.
100 because I know, truthfully, yeah, you got out of the starting blocks a little late, but you know what? No more, no more.
And he's
Stop.
senile and it doesn't know where he is. So we need to
Oh
give it.
God,
We
just
need
I mean, really, it's like
who.
I know.
Let me ask you a question. In do or die Jeopardy, who would win, your senile father-in-law or Joe Biden?
Mm.
The video did not freeze, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to think who would be better on Jeopardy. Who would win? Biden? Oh my father. Oh God,
It's corn. What did he call them? Corn
both
pops?
would
Corn pop?
forget what is. They both every time would say what is. Do not drink anything. Yes. I mean, do not. I mean, could you imagine that they ask a question, they know it, and they would always forget number one, what is, right? Because that's how you're supposed to answer in Jeopardy. What is?
Right.
So they lose automatically and be pissed that they lost because they couldn't understand. Look at you, take
They
me off on a
forgot.
tangent. Yes, exactly. And that's the shit that you have to go there. Oh, I could. I'll tell you what. I'd like to see that game. I'd like to see it never play out. I'm
No, it wouldn't work at all.
going to hell. I'm going to hell. Oh,
At
that'd be
all.
hilarious.
I'm the
But
one
yeah,
that brought it up. I'm the one that brought it
yes.
up. So
But still, you're right. Because I look at him and I turn to Sam all the time. I'm like, Kamala's going to be president. You know, I mean, she's going to be
well,
president.
they're saying, well, we'll impeach her too. Like this is the problem that
I
I have with
know.
the impeachment game. Like
That was going to
he
be
had
played from the first impeachment. So, I mean,
and
the second one didn't mean shit. Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm saying. If they had not tried to like impeach him immediately, he won the fucking election the first
Right.
time, 2016.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
He did win.
how many
He did win.
times did you read in the newspaper Hillary, Nancy Pelosi, all these people illegitimate? He's an illegitimate president. He
They
cheated. He
did.
didn't win, and
They did.
they
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Sanders. I love Bernie. He's an illegitimate president. No,
Mm-hmm.
actually, he won.
He
He
won.
won. He won in an election that he said was rigged against
Won.
him.
The Sim. I know. That's why I was so surprised that everybody went along with him on this one. I mean, if you're gonna say it was rigged when you won, now when you lose, what
Right.
the fuck are you gonna say? I would think it was rigged if you humbly accepted the loss. Then I ought to say, oh, it's rigged. They got a hand up this motherfucker's ass. He's a puppet.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that's why. Again, that's why from the beginning, when the shit jumped off, you and I on this podcast, look and said, how are y'all gonna get mad over this? You knew this motherfucker was gonna say this shit.
Right.
Now how? But yes. And when
here's
they
the
say
thing.
they're
Like the 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 choice that we had was a
mhm.
senile old man and a psychotic old man. Two white
Mm.
dudes. I thought we were all woke that we
The,
hated white people.
the choices that's what you see, but we had to play Wizard of Oz and look behind the curtain and see. All right, when this motherfucker drops, do we want this person to step up, or do we want this person?
Three
That it,
percent
it,
3% of America voted for Kamala Harris. 3% of Democrats voted for
I,
Kamala
but,
Harris.
what
So
I'm
I don't
saying
think
is
anybody wants her.
no. But what I'm saying is this: is that they had to look at that because, and I think it started back with the first Bush when he fucking picked up quail, right? I mean, everybody was like, "Hey, Bush went." Oh, wait a minute! Thank you. If this motherfucker dies, we got the Invisible Man here. We got
Right.
who again? I'm gonna have to give kudos to that motherfucker showed up and a kudos Invisible Man. But I think that's when it really started. When motherfuckers started going, "Ooh, if you die." do I want you to be the president? And people started to realize that shit because even if Clinton passed away or died, I could see Gore. Gore, all right, all right, all right. You kind of look like fucking Superman. You got that cut. You put your glasses on. You can be Clark Kent. All right, good. You know,
He did
I mean,
win a national election, right?
hey, all I'm saying is that you could see all of that, and then you start to see um, I guess the evolving of the vice president. Because even still with Joe, if that motherfucker, because he's president now, you could have seen that motherfucker being president if somebody fucking assassinated Obama. See, I'm just laughing. Every other president, I said die. With Obama, I said assassinated. Is that racist? Yes. All right. So, I mean, and then now you get Bush when Bush, and then you could see Cheney being president, couldn't you? I mean, you could.
No.
So, I mean,
He
no,
shot somebody in the face and made him apologize. I've gone
that
I've
that
gone
is
bird hunting in my life. I've never
that's
shot anybody in the face.
that gangster. I think that motherfucker said to him what who's it? McCarthy said to the president. Again, fucking disrespected the president like a motherfucker. But I think whatever that boy his buddy said to Cheney, like Cheney said something. He said, "Who the fuck you think you talking to?" And Cheney said, "What?" He just shot that motherfucker right there. I mean, seriously. How can you get shot and then say, Mr. Vice President, I like to apologize. I like that's
I
gangster.
wasn't where I was supposed to be.
Al Capone. Yeah, you talk about Al Capone. That's fucking gangster. That's gangster. Fuck the dumb shit. I am
Well,
so sorry you shot me in the face.
the face.
That is
So,
hilarious.
old Lew, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. Was it last weekend? And has
Yes.
taken a bit of heat for throwing the Lombardi Trophy across from one boat to another across a river or some shit.
I saw
I
that.
didn't watch the
Hey,
Super Bowl,
trophy to do that.
but
That's his trophy, right? I mean, he's
that's
won
his
it
trophy.
forever,
Yeah,
right?
it
I
should be
mean, he's
called the
the
Tom Brady Trophy,
thank you.
shouldn't
It
it?
should be. It should be. It shouldn't even look like that. It should just look like his dick or his ball
Exactly.
sack,
Yeah.
and
Well,
that's what it should be. That is the Super
and
Bowl trophy. Everybody kissing Tom's nutsack.
right, and when you, it's like the Stanley Cup. When you win it, you
Oh,
drink out of the penis.
drink out of the penis. Take it
But
on
you
a
have to.
ride across America. We about to go down some wrong road, boy. We talking about. Oh, but could you imagine that? Here,
I
I'd
think
like to
that's what it
present.
should be.
It really should. It really should. It should be just Tom
On
Brady
behalf of the NFL, I would like to present you with the Tom Brady ball, nutsack,
on
and
behalf
penis
of
trophy.
Tom Brady.
Here's Tom Brady. He's going to pee on you now.
Yes, have that motherfucker rolled out, and have Tom personally take his penis out and show everybody. They all jump up and then hand them a trophy. God, yes, yes, yes. And for anybody that keeps bitching and moaning about Montana, okay, it's done. Okay, it's
It's
fucking
done.
done. When Tom Brady goes to the Hall of Fame, matter of fact, they should do for Tom. They should have done this for Jordan, but they should do for Tom what they did for fucking Wayne Gretzky. The day that motherfucker retired, they're like, "Fuck it, you're in the Hall of Fame." They didn't ask anybody. They didn't tell nobody. They said, "Fuck it, you're in." And that's what they should do for Tom Brady. And when they make his bust, it should be a fucking goat's head. It shouldn't even be him. You know, I mean, I don't know what to tell anybody. Everybody, yes,
Yeah.
I know. I'm a Raider fan. Yes, I wish Tom Brady had my dick in his
Tuck
mouth
rule.
all the time. Yeah,
Tuck rule.
but but he's the goat. He's the and if you don't think so, ah, bag of dicks, bag of
Tuck
dicks.
rule.
So, hey, do you
Raiders
want a
won the
bag of
Super
dicks?
Bowl that year. No,
I
no,
wish.
no. I agree. I agree. I am one of those people who, 10 years ago when Tom Brady won the fourth Super Bowl, and they're like,
Oh,
well, Joe Montana is still the best. I agreed with those people who said Joe Montana is the best because he never lost a fucking Super Bowl. But now that he's won 7 Super Bowls, Joe Montana, who I love, I've
Yeah,
met him. He's a nice gentleman. His knees are shot to shit,
he
and he
loves
can't
Guinness.
walk. He can't walk properly. He loves Skechers too.
Playing football and as a pro, yeah, that motherfucker. You're not supposed to walk later in life. You're not supposed
The thing is Tom Brady is what 10 years older than he was when he retired. Joe Montana.
to. What's a goat make a book now? I know, motherfucker. Trust me. People know. Like Nixon had an enemies list, and for whatever reason, I have one, and they're usually celebrities. Yes, and there's Tom's on it, but for different reasons. But
Eh.
again, what the fuck? That's the best. He's the best. What the fuck? Again, I can't. Montana, yes, we can all say, "Oh, we watched them play pop," but how the fuck can you compare them? How the fuck can you do that? I can't see how you do it anymore. If
I
you
would
do,
have I would have thought that Montana would have won another Super Bowl with the 49ers had they not traded him. Because remember, he made it to the AFC Championship game the same year that uh, 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 ass help me
you were
uh,
young
Steve Young
or
won the Super Bowl.
well,
The year that Young won the Super Bowl,
that was
he made it
'95.
to
Yeah.
the
hmm
AFC Championship game and lost to the Chargers.
hmm
Right? It's the Chargers. But he
Mm,
had a
I
shitty
don't remember
team.
who it was. I don't
He
remember
had
who it was.
it was the
Yeah,
Chargers.
he did
He
have a
took
shitty.
the Chiefs to the AFC Championship. They had a shitty team. The 49ers were loaded. Joe Montana would have won that Super Bowl. So
If you,
he
yeah, but I think what the difference was is people thought that, and it wasn't so much. I think a couple. I think they just thought that it was just Steve was a little bit better, and
he was better
he was, he just was.
until he got knocked out.
Ooh, yeah, but watching him run that linebacker over, ooh, 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 ooh.
Ugh.
No. Ooh,
I mean,
Joe
he
used to,
got
oh
hit
yeah,
so hard that it hurt my butthole.
oh damn, and that was Butts that hit him, right? No, oh, it was Kurt.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, right, yes. I mean, we could talk about like this and that, and it's true. But if we're gonna just really, and what we all need, not what we all, but what a lot of you motherfuckers need to stop doing is the goat. You want to call goats? Okay, guess what? There's many
I'm
goats in
gonna
a
go grab a
fucking
beer.
herd. Go grab it. There's many goats in a fucking herd. Okay, all right. There's a top goat. Okay,
Is
and
there a
there's
billy
always
goat
going.
that's gruff?
Hey, bad. They're all right there.
That's a
I mean,
sheep.
they are. I mean, oh, was it a sheep? I don't know what a goat. I don't know, but I know
A
that
goat
isn't
just goes.
a big. Oh, okay, that's the goat. And the little baby goats are called kids, right?
That's right. That's what my
Oh,
10th grade English teacher told me. I wrote a
no, yeah.
story and I said kids in the story, and she's like, kids are baby goats. Fail.
Damn, almost sounds like the judge from My Cousin Vinny.
She was a lot like
You, did you say you?
that. The Utes. The Utes.
Yeah. I mean, that's shit. Oh my God, did he not get a lot of play the last couple of weeks? My cousin. Oh, you didn't. You haven't been watching. Actually, that's who they compared Trump's lawyers to. Is My Cousin Vinny. I mean, because you didn't watch the
No,
uh, the
I don't care.
the.
I don't watch fake
No, I
news.
know you did. I know. So, like I said, it was very interesting to watch because I'd watched like a couple of like the um, opening arguments, whatever. So I'd sit and watch a couple of that, and then be like, all right, look, these motherfuckers, yes, they're right, but I don't know why they're doing this because Republicans are never going to do it. Blah blah blah.
Well,
So
here's the thing
then,
about. Okay, go keep going.
uh, okay, so then when it was like, okay, well, the Trump lawyers are going to go on, you're like, okay, cool. Let me watch this. All right, what you got to say? And And one of the things that were going on, they were like, look, the American people know how to get rid of a bad president. They did that. I said, wait. So, fuck, nobody's even look. Come on, come on. I mean, I literally even went on Facebook. I was like looking for people just even say. I was like, wait, they are saying the president, the people, American people. It's like, oh my god, so they're saying that they got rid of a shitty president and they already know how to do it, so don't impeach them. It was like, I, I mean, to have them say what they said. That's why they were comparing them to my cousin Vinny, because I was like, if this was real, which we can go down that rabbit hole for a second, because everybody goes, you know, we can have witnesses and that it wasn't a court of fucking law, so it
Well, that's
really, it really, it's like, look, when people go, it's political. Yes, it's political, you ignorant motherfuckers. It's Congress. It's not a fucking real thing of law. It's political, you dumb shit. Yes, it is.
yeah.
But I mean, but again, when you see what they're doing, and you're just like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? So his defense is they got rid of a shitty president, and
Right.
and he's
Right.
paying for them to say he was shitty.
Right.
God bless America. God bless.
That's right. God bless America.
American right there. That's American right there, boy. I
That's
mean,
right.
yeah, right here, boy. I had to give me a goddamn I coffee, god damn it. But that's American right there. I mean, think
Yeah.
about your defense. They already got rid of me because I was shitty, but
Right.
I'm gonna run again.
Eh, well, I hope that he starts his third party and we all live
Mm.
happily ever after.
Or at least enough to talk shit about it. I think it's fun. I wrote down on one of these social platforms. I'm like, oh god, I said we needed a third party, but fuck, QAnon or now Trump is. I mean, like really, like we do need a third party, but are you crazy? Because a lot of these, we already see that the crazy people are already in. I mean, what? I don't know.
The
I
thing
don't know.
is that everyone is crazy. Like
Oh, as a
everyone,
shit
like
house rat. Yes, as a shit house rat. But who? I mean, pedophiles drinking babies' blood. I mean, my craziness. My craziness even stopped me as I was about to round that corner. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
but,
They talking about drinking baby. No, you're crazy.
and
Take the
Trump
right.
is in bed with Putin and all this.
Oh,
It's just
but
crazy talk.
yeah,
Right.
okay, exactly. And again, with the Russia thing and all this, I turned to people and what did I say to you? I said, Trump is going to make the mistake that Jimmy Carter did. He's bringing outsiders from Washington in to Washington, and he's going to fuck shit up because they think they can do shit that you actually cannot do.
But
They don't understand. Uh huh. Uh huh.
the thing about Trump is that he just brought people from fucking Bear Stearns and shit. Like
That's
these
what
aren't
I'm saying. They're
these
not efficient.
right.
I mean, that's what it seriously came down to. Drain the swamp. No, the swamp was where it at. He brought more, blah blah blah. No, but you cannot bring somebody in that's only fully one. As we keep saying, what's politics? It's not a win in everything. It's not I get it all. It isn't. And if we can't remember that, which both sides don't remember, they
Yeah.
don't. And now we're going to bring a third party in, maybe that really doesn't remember that not remember, doesn't even know that. It's just coming in for the all or nothing. There you go. We're all in trouble. Right? I mean,
Ooh.
think about it when you're fucking around with your kids and you have to get them to do something and you try to, did you want your parents to give you that all? No, it's my way. Da 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 da. Da. Don't you? Or I hope you do
That's a
because I know I.
terrible way. That's a terrible way to parent.
But hey, I come in thinking like, and it is a terrible way because again, here's another thing that we even go off on. That's a person right there. Not only your child, but that's your person that a person that you're trying to tell them not to be
Right.
somebody. Like, don't be mad.
Right.
Or, I'm just saying that, and that's where we come in different. Hey, no, be mad. I look at my children, or, especially when they're young. I'm like, no, no, be mad. I'd be mad too. Be pissed. But you have to understand that this is going. So be mad. I'm letting you be mad, but you can't, be stupid and say something wrong, and then next thing you know, you're grounded for 3 weeks. I mean,
Right.
you're
Well,
gonna do it a couple of times. Yeah. Uh huh.
this week I've been listening a lot to Cat Stevens and one of his son's
Oh,
songs, Father and Son. I've been listening to
yeah.
that song a lot this week, just
Hmm.
thinking about like it's just funny how little seeds pop into your head and affect the way that you are interacting with the world. And for me, we were
Hmm.
listening. My wife had just a random Spotify playlist on, and I
Right.
was in the kitchen, and the Cat Stevens song came on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I just listened to the words, and I was like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm fucking up." Like it was just something that was like very influential to me, and
Right.
like
That'll give you. Yes. Yes. That'll bring you.
and so
The,
what you're saying right now,
Mhm.
about how kids learn and how they first want to be angry, but that's a lot of what we're seeing right now with adults in this country is
Right.
that their only emotion is anger. It's like it didn't go my way, I'm really mad.
Gonna be mad. Yep. Gonna be mad. Gonna be mad. And when you step up, and again, ladies and gentlemen, old rules could be angry, and I can step up, and be mad. But a lot of times, what people really don't see is me even looking at motherfuckers going, "Hey, hey, take a deep breath, relax.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not da 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 da." And it really is true because,
Yeah.
like you said, their first step is being mad, and you're just sitting there looking at motherfuckers like, "Hi, are you mad? Here, come here, come here. Relax. Yes, yes,
the
yes."
the thing that's so amazing to me is like how people get so mad and so emotionally involved in people that they'll never meet, that
Never.
will
Thank you.
never affect their fucking lives. Like,
Right, right, right.
I
And
spend
again,
more
ladies,
time on. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we get on Trump and da da da. They're politicians. They affect our lives with laws and this and that. Yes, we're gonna talk about those. But what my man Josh is saying, go on, take us to church on a Monday.
It is it Monday? Well, all I'm
God
saying
bless
is that we spend an inordinate amount of time being mad at people we'll never meet
you.
and that
Mhm,
don't really
mhm.
influence our lives at all. And uh, going on like Facebook or any kind of social media, you see, people that that are good people, you know,
Mhm,
just
mhm,
getting
mhm.
so upset about
Hey,
impeachment or about COVID or about why aren't you wearing 95 masks or whatever.
right.
And
It's mhm.
it's just like, man, that's really misplaced energy, and
It,
then thinking about
energy,
the
my
yeah,
fault. I said anger, but you are absolutely fucking right. Energy,
yeah.
misplaced goddamn energy.
And you only have so much of it in your life, like
Mhm.
I only have so many days that I'm going to wake up because I only have so much energy that's going to make me wake up. And so,
Hey, why you bullshitting? As you say that, I'm gonna interrupt you because you are absolutely fucking right. We have a mutual friend. I'm gonna tell you right now. You'll know him. Once we, blah blah blah. But as you go with that, when lately, I know I've been coming when you say like, there's so much. It's so little time. Like all of a sudden, you get to a certain age, and I keep trying to tell people like, when you get there, it's like it really is totally different. You start to
yeah,
realize, like, this shit ain't shit.
yeah,
Da da
yeah.
da 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 da. Da. I mean, we got a
Praise
buddy of
Jesus.
ours that, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, or sweet baby black Jesus. But we got a friend of ours that he turns around, he's like, I gotta go get knee replacement, right? So and it's they're gonna cut out above the knee and just below the knee.
Yeah,
That's a big shit. So they're gonna take out two of these motherfuckers, right?
Right.
But guess what they got to do before that? Got to go get a heart
Yep.
stress test. Get a heart stress test. This is the doctor says, hey man, your heart's in alarm, blah 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 blah. Got to go deal with that. So let's, you know. So the month later they start to get. So he has to go in for another stress test. Guess what? It was moderate. Now it's severe within a month. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know. So then when we're talking about this shit, all of a sudden he's like, you know what? God damn it! I think we might have to do wheels up in 20. Now that's our code for like if we ever win the lotto, blah blah blah. You know, you make your money, you can say wheels up in 20, bitch. Meet me out here, and we're taking off. And that's what our code always is. And he's like, look, we might have to be wheels up in 20, go to Puerto Rico and fish. You know, just for and then that's when he starts to turn around and says, God damn, there's a little bit more in life, especially I was like, yep, I keep telling you
Yeah.
yes, we need to work, and we unfortunately you need to work so that you go sit in Puerto Rico or
Yeah.
Costa Rica fish.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what sucks. That's what really sucks. But
Yeah. And, and
I mean, really, hmm
it's like you say, it's something that only comes to you at a certain point in life when you get that perspective. Like I've been thinking a lot about that. About number one, it's fleeting, right? Like
yeah,
I definitely feel
yeah.
my age now, and uh,
Oh, you're gonna start to yes,
with everything
yeah.
that we have going on with the business and all that, and
Mhm.
the things that I see, you know, with your children as they grow up and they start saying the things that you said and they start acting the way that you acted, and you're like,
Oh,
holy shit, holy cow, like I need to give this motherfucker the download. They don't get it. Like the only thing that you
well,
can say
again,
to them is like, I love you unconditionally. That's it.
yes. Well, we remember this with dealing with the young. What I always say about the young, they don't do often what they're told, and that's the young, and it's true. Not that you're like, hey, you got to do it this way, but the young often don't do, and they don't because you tell them
Yeah.
do this, and you're gonna have a lot more fun. But they want, like I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, look, motherfucker, you did so well on your fucking report card. Why the hell, if we're out, why don't you say, hey, I did well on the report card, and I get this? Because I always tell them, you good. My motto is this: if you do good, the only thing I'm going to ask you is what do you want? All right, you do bad, you know what the fuck I'm going to ask you. You know I'm going to put my foot in your ass. But when you do good, I'm going to say, hey, what do you want? But sometimes, I'm out and about. If you see something you want, say, hey, I did this, and that's the thing that you start to tell them is like, look, you do well. Come on, goddamn it, and that's what you're going to do. But they don't do as they're told, and next thing you know, you come
Yeah.
walking out, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I saw that." I'm like, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Look, motherfucker, I told you, but
Yeah.
I'm not walking in there." I seen different than like, did your parents when you bought my helmet? Did they reach in their pocket and like, "Oh, I got $1," and just hand it to you?
No,
No, see,
but
see,
I grew
so
up really
neither
poor.
did mine. Well, yeah, yeah, so hey, we both did. But but that's what I'm saying is like now those are the things that I do with my children because a lot of times I don't know why
Yeah.
they don't,
Yeah.
so a lot of
Yeah.
times I'll just walk by and if I got something in my pocket, I'm like, here, just take this. And they always look at me and da 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 da. And even to keep going a little longer, just even today, my second, she's actually has started to learn or shown to learn so far.
Hey, doll.
Our
Somebody
first
called the
little,
gym phone. Can you call him back? Somebody called the
our
gym
first
phone.
little rule
Can you call him back?
uh, is, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, when you're working, God damn it, you can
Yeah.
see that this show, Hanging with Old, if you go
I'm
Hanging with
working
Old Lew,
right
we
now.
got hangingwitholdlew.com. We got Hanging with Old Lew on Instagram. We got
I
you on
I
Facebook. We got
apologize.
we got you on all the social medias. God damn it, shit, we're all over. Matter of fact, we're trying to get y'all motherfuckers, a bunch of us together on YouTube, and that's where we're all now. We just jumped on that motherfucker, so please look at that so you hear what he was doing. God damn it, we're ending. You hear indie music. This is indie podcast like a mother. That sure is. We are so indie that I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was talking about when you fucking laughed. But
Well, the only reason I took that call or I wanted my wife to deal with it is because
they're fucking.
on a normal Monday, class starts in 20 minutes. And so
Mm,
I don't want a parent to drop their kid off in negative 22 degrees in front of my gym
Peel out.
and
See,
and
that's the
peel out.
'70s. See, that's, see, do they do that out where you're at?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because that's how we grew up. That's
yeah.
that's the shit that my parents like. No, and then you come walking up to school and you're like, you've been like,
Be-
you got like slapped in the back of your head, and you're walking up to school and you try to tell this motherfucker, no, it's President's Day, I'm off, and they still make your ass go.
Yeah. Well,
And mad,
being from
they're mad that
Calif
they dropped. Right, I'm
be
just saying they were mad that they dropped you off for the fucking holiday, and you still had to catch the fucking AC transit back home. God damn it, Jesus!
well, it's coming from California where there's so many helicopter parents to watch people just
Yeah,
roll up. It's not even across the street. They'll drop them off on the other corner for the kids to come by, and you're like, "Where's your mom?" My mom. And you're like,
yeah.
"All right, let's class is starting in 5 minutes. Let's
Like,
go."
hey, shit, I'll be rolling up. Well, now we got a driver, but before I'd be like driving up. I'm like, you know what? That fucking what? Hey, get out! Walk down the street. Go and walk to school. I brought
Uh,
you in the car, and again, I am. I guess I do spoil my children. They ain't no fucking lie. Some of the shit that I had to deal with on AC Transit and on Muni, all this other shit. You know what? Fuck it. My monkey ass is able to. God fucking bless. All right, so I take him. But again, even when I was taking him driving, I looked right at him. I said, you know what? When this shit's backed up, I'm dropping you off way the fuck back here. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, no, no, no. There's two high schools there's two different high schools on their block. There's theirs and there's another one. I'm like, no, 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 no. You think I'm bullshit? Even if it's fucking raining, okay? I'm not gonna let you take part, blah, blah, or whatever, blah, blah, or AC Transit. I got you. But you know what? I'm not gonna sit in this fucking line. So you're gonna walk down the fucking. They're like, yeah. I remember the first time, and they're like looking at me, and my oldest, she got that look, and I looked at her. I was like, all right, well, get out, walk this street. It's it's cold. Sure the fuck is, but when you're walking, you fucking heat up. And that's what cracks me up is because I always look like a little pushover, and then all of a sudden when they ask, if you ask them, they'll be like, "Oh no, he makes this, he makes," because today they're off. Yeah, it's still 7 o'clock. Chickens need to get fucking out. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have chickens at this fucking house. I'll be like, oh no, you need to go this. You need to go. It's raining. Yep. And there's dog shit out there. Go do boo boo patrol. I mean, like I do the shit that is like the poking shit that like all of a sudden you're like, God damn it, that motherfucker. I'll do like they'll be doing shit and it's all warm, or they'll be like walk in and be like, hey, could you go and fucking rake the leaves? Like do just like crazy shit, like damn it, no. Oh yeah,
it's
hey,
it's
I'm gonna.
it's
Uh,
funny that you say "go rake the leaves" is crazy shit.
I know, I know, because when we were growing up, raking the if you didn't, you got your ass whooped as you were raking.
You got hit in the
And you and
face
I,
with a rake.
oh my god, oh my, see, and my mother watches this shit, so then all of a sudden, I don't remember that. Oh really? Because this scarred us. No, I'm joking, ladies. No, but yes, yes. Are you
No,
kidding?
I have it on
But
good
you had
authority.
a
My
bigger yard.
stepson
You had a
hit me
bigger
in the
yard than
face a lot of times with a
Oh, are
rake.
you kidding? And you had a bigger yard, so of course you did have the
White privilege.
sit on.
White
Well,
privilege.
hey, come on now, ain't nothing white
White.
about ain't nothing white about walking behind or in front of to make sure there's no dog shit or what rocks or bottles, right? Didn't you have to walk in front of the fucking what's it called mower?
No, we just let it hit ourselves in the shins.
Oh Jesus! Oh fuck no! Oh no! But my mower. Well, the grass wasn't. I didn't have it as big as yard, but I had a big ass yard. But our mower wasn't electric or any of that. It was that you push, and since I was so
Who
small, it
in the
looked like
world
driving
has
that
an
fucking.
electric mower with a cord?
no. The not electric. The gas one, gas motor or the sit down motor.
My neighbor had an electric motor, and you'd see her out there puffing her Benson and
Oh,
Hedges 100s while
oh shit.
mowing her
Oh,
lawn. And you're looking at this woman going, "You're going to
he might
run
be in.
over that cord and electrocute yourself and then chop your feet off."
Mm. Oh, you see the house go, and then it goes. Oh yeah, no, but I had the one where you had to push it, so it looked like I was riding a Harley chopper, like and pushing it on the goddamn. I mean, really, you had to pull it out. The only thing I didn't do with that fucking mower was sharpen it. Everything else you had to oil. I mean, literally, it was. I in the cartoons, you know how they have that oil can that you.
Yep. Dunk, dunk, dunk,
That's the
dunk.
fucking thing I had. Yeah. Don't. I mean, like, really, like, I'm showing my age, ladies and gentlemen. I'm old Lou for a fucking reason now. But yes. Oh, God, I used to hate fucking having to deal with that shit. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever had to fucking mow your lawn with one of those, oh, God. Remember, mine had the little wooden, like, roly things that would help
Yeah.
roll across the,
Yep.
oh,
Dude, do you remember my lawnmower when I lived in Portland? It was one of those push mowers that didn't even have a motor on it.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I grew up with. When you pulled
That's
it
what I
out, you were
had.
like,
Right.
I looked right at you. I remember just sitting there drinking, watching you, going, laughing, going, I had my ass whooped around one of those for not doing this and that. I remember watching you.
Every
Oh, that was a
neighbor,
nice little house. Yeah.
every neighbor laughed
Uh-huh.
at us for forever. Whenever we mowed our lawn, all the neighbors laughed. But
We're healthy. Got your exercise.
yeah, and
And the
my
shit was
my
cutting out.
grass was mowed.
I was going to say, it was mowed. It was like, oh my God, you just ran. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I remember driving away that one night, well, not night, early in the morning, and and it was one of the first times that I saw an all night, a 24-hour Starbucks. 'Cause it was Oregon, so it was just a trickle down, literally a trickle down from Washington. Let me say a bridge away from Washington, literally. Well, no, wait, you were, yeah,
Yeah.
right? Isn't
Yep.
there?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, and I remember that night. Ladies and gentlemen, it was. I could tell you the year, or you could look it up because it was when Philly was playing. Was it Philly that was playing the Lakers in the championship game, or was it no? Was it Philly? Who was
No,
playing that? Who was it?
I thought it was the
Oh my God! No,
Celtics.
no, it was in 2000. It was in 2000, 2000 something. Because
It was
my eldest was
2004.
born. So 2004. So whoever was in the championship that year, we played because didn't we commandeer your neighbor's basketball?
Oh, that's
Uh,
right. We stole it, and then everybody in the neighborhood was very happy. They're like, "Oh, I'm so glad
yeah.
that you're using that."
So they had everybody was drunk that was playing. There was what, four of us. They were playing horse, and I kept going, "Hey, why aren't y'all doing some crazy shit?" Because I'm the handicap one with a cane, and everybody was doing nice. Remember that? I was like, "Why aren't y'all jumping off the ground and trying to get me the fuck out and bounce me?"
That year was the year that LeBron went off on the Pistons and still lost. That's what
Yes,
happened when because we went to that steakhouse on the golf course, and then
that was a hell of
he went
a
off for like 95,000 points and they still lost.
disaster. Yes.
And
Oh,
everyone's like, LeBron is never going to beat the Pistons.
he's not gonna be anything. Oh, oh yeah, that was a great time there. And I remember the morning we left. I remember we drove out. I remember leaving and door. I remember, well, we woke up. Every door in the house and window was open, and I remember we shut everything because if you don't know, I'll tell y'all now. If you're going on a road trip with Old Lou, the first thing Old Lou likes to do, going and coming back, I leave at like fucking butt crack in the morning. I get the fuck out. So then when it's what is it? Traffic time in the morning. I'm already in the middle of the fucking state. So yeah, So we go to leave. We start to, because I wake up, we're all getting ready, and we'd already been drinking. We are always drinking, weren't we? Oh, Jesus, we drank vodka every. We've been drinking.
we drank everything that there was to drink.
We did. We did. We sure the fuck did. Yeah. And then so we get up, and matter of fact, who was with me and was with us at that time was our boy who we just talked about in the beginning of episode 115. That we're talking about our boy who had that place that we all got fucked up at early on. So, but yes, so we go and leave, and I remember we closed. We thought we closed everything, and some of the lights were on, and we turned down this one street. It was kind of like where you lived. I guess it was like, yeah, it was almost like his house was like a peninsula. You almost had to go around this house almost,
It
and
was on the
the
corner.
road kind of yeah, it was on the corner, but it was almost like a peninsula. I mean, it just stuck out. So anyway, we turned down and we're driving down the street. And I remember looking in the rearview mirror. I was like, "Hey, his back door's open." And we're
So
like, "Can we go
that
back?"
was
And we're
the
like, "No."
team that Gary Payton and Karl Malone were on the Lakers to win their ring, and they lost to the Pistons, who had
Lost. That's right.
Eldon Campbell. That they
Oh,
had Rip Hamilton, Darko Milicic,
Rip. Come on, Rip.
Tayshaun Prince.
Rip.
Remember Tayshaun Prince?
Oh, Tayshaun
And
had a
then
nice little follow.
Rasheed
Mm-hmm.
Wallace.
That motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. I put him right up next to Oakley as ready to throw down in a fucking heartbeat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. He was ready. Oh, God. That was fun going up there. Boy, I remember that. That was nice. That was
It was
real
nice.
nice. I
But
remember we
the greatest part about that meant that I was leaving very soon after that because we moved like 2 months later.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes, you did, huh? You sure did. It was actually, yeah, you're right. It was at the tail end. I remember like looking at my wife going, "Look, I gotta go up. I mean, it's been a while, but I need to fucking go up. I mean, I'm gonna, I got this." And I had, yeah, so I just had my second. No, wait, no, I just had my first. I was like, "Oh shit, hey,"
That's actually
and
not
if
true,
not
but okay.
2004,
2004 or
I had my
5, yeah.
2004. I
He's
still just had.
16.
But 2004, I just had my first. 2000, the middle is 2005. See? Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh yeah.
anyway, everybody,
See,
this has been
that's
episode
how it goes up. What?
dollar out of 15
Oh,
cents.
oh shit! Dollar out of 15 cents, boy. That's lovely. $1.15. Can you imagine that? I mean, I kind of did. I mean, if you start a podcast or anything you start, as you started your business, don't you perceive it to be, that's what's easy to say when you start something like this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? On top, the number one business at where you're at, right?
Or
Uh-huh.
drinking out of
Uh-huh.
Tom Brady's dick for the Super Bowl trophy.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Remember that part of the
I'm like,
podcast?
oh, shit. Yes. Oh,
The
oh, I do.
Pete Rozelle Vince Lombardi Trophy is hereby renamed Tom Brady's Cock and Balls, made by
Oh,
Tiffany and Company. Did you see that the
oh,
lady whose dad
mouthful.
supposedly made some of it was so mad that she
Oh,
couldn't sleep?
crap. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding? Again, people, you get offended by too much. And,
Yeah.
and, and by simple bullshit. Are you kidding me? You're mad that a football player threw a trophy across the way. Are you
And it was
fucking?
caught by another football player.
Mm,
That's basically their job, right?
not
Anyway,
only
old
their,
Lou,
oh, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say not only their job, but it's a football. I mean, really? Come on. If you're playing football, don't you think you'd be reckless and throw some shit?
yeah. Well, uh, Thank you, everybody, for
Mm-hmm.
listening today.
Thank you.
This has
Thank you.
been episode
Thank
115. Old Lew, you know what they say.
you. They say suck a dick, kiss an ass, fuck my home, motherfucker. 115. That's
Sorry for
love.
my squeaky chair. Suck a dick.